first guest tonight is a very talented actor with a new Obi-Wan Kenobi coming to Disney+. But first, he plays a famous fashion icon in a new limited series on Netflix called Halston. It premieres Friday. Please welcome Ewan McGregor. Hey, Ewan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for being with us.
My pleasure.
I see you have a lot of Star Wars stuff behind you there in that room you're in, huh?
Yeah. I'm on set. I'm sort of in the studio where we're shooting the Star Wars series. So yeah.
Oh, great! Pick up the computer and carry it around and show us everything. What would happen if you did that? Would you? Now you can't be fired. There's no way they can fire you.
I don't think they can fire me, no, but they wouldn't be at all happy with me. You know?
No, they wouldn't.
Nor would anybody else. It would be a shame to spoil. That's the thing about all these reveals. It just spoils it for the fans, you know?
I know, and yet I can't resist asking for it and wanting it.
Yeah, well, I won't give it to you, so.
Hold up a script for just like 1 second. Hold up. Yeah, let us see something there. Is your dressing room bigger than Darth Vader's?
I haven't been in his dressing room.
Oh, interesting. So you're method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very method. We're both very method in that respect. But he also might not be in the show. You know what I mean? It might be that he doesn't have a dressing room.
Well, wait a minute. We've been told that he's in the show. That was already announced. Did they not tell you what was announced?
I don't know. I just get pages. I just get words to say. You know, I don't even get to see a script. Random words. I think they put them all together in the edit. I don't know what's happening.
Did you guys celebrate May the 4th last week on set?
Yes. I got a very special. I got to play a very special scene on May the 4th.
Oh.
With someone very special in my life, and that's all I can tell you about it. But it was great.
Wow. Is this someone special that we've seen you on camera with before?
No.
Never. Ooh,
I don't think
interesting.
so.
Is this special person related to you in some way?
No, not necessarily.
Oh. Wow. What did it feel like to put the old costume back on?
It was good. It feels great. I have to say, I'm having a really, really good time. The costume's probably slightly different, you know, than you might expect. So, but to go back into the role, shall we say, it's great. It's like it's all still there. It feels good. There's some great, it's great scripts and great people to work with, and it's great. I'm having a good time. And we got this new technology. We've got this, you know, before we did this months of blue screen and green screen acting, and now we've got this extraordinary technology where we sort of work inside a big screen, you know, and the backgrounds are on there, and so feels much more realistic. It's good.
And also, as far as the outfits go, it's just hit me is, 10 years later, as the show picks up 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, like whatever Obi-Wan was wearing would be really out of style by then, 10 years later, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. There's a whole new wave now. They've probably gone back, you know, to the prequels.
Yeah, maybe so, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one more Star Wars thing. Noel Gallagher of the band Oasis claims, and he said this in an interview, that he did your first lightsaber training with you. Is there any truth to that?
Well, it was Noel Gallagher's 30th birthday party, and he lived quite close to me in London, North London. And I was at his party, and then there was a lightsaber fight in his garden very early the next day in the morning. And but I don't remember too much instruction. I don't remember like any lessons being given from Noel. You know what I mean? It was just more of a battle in the garden.
And who won the battle? Was there a winner?
I'd be surprised if either of us could remember that.
Speaking of birthdays, you had a big birthday in March. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
You turned 50 years old. And one of your daughters posted a video that I think is, I found surprising. I will tell you why. Roll that video here. Now, here you are on a unicycle, which I didn't know you knew how to ride. Just kind of going, and oh my gosh, obviously then it didn't go as you'd planned, but we tacked that part in the end. How long have you been riding a unicycle?
I've just been outed by my daughter. You know what I mean? I didn't know she posted that. I feel like I've been outed as the unicyclist I am. I've managed to keep it secret all these years. I don't know. I picked it up years ago, just as a whim, you know.
Yeah.
And I find it to be something that was, I like learning new things in my older age, if you like. And that was one of them. And it's like, I don't know, it's a very difficult thing to learn to do. You can only learn to do it by falling over and getting back up and falling over and getting back up. And I think that's that's like a sort of metaphor, if you like, for life. So I like it. And suddenly you can do it, and you can't, I'll never really believe I can do it. Even when I'm riding along on one, I'm a bit doubtful. I'm like, I'm not really doing this, but I can do it, as you can see.
Is it like riding a bicycle in that once you could do it, you could do it, riding a unicycle?
Probably not quite. It's always a bit of a challenge getting started. Once you get going, maybe it is. I don't know. I think you get better at it as you go along, for sure. If you just keep trying to practicing.
Wow, it's like a Chumbawamba song really come to life, you know, or one specific Chumbawamba song anyway.
So maybe the only Chumbawamba song, really.
The only one we know.
Another one?
No, there are no other ones. In fact, they just said, you know what, we nailed it. We're done.
That's it. We got down, we came back up again. We got down, we came back up again.
You make these great travel shows where you ride your motorcycles through, for 1,000 days or something, through all these tiny places, and you meet all these interesting people. Is that like the best thing you get to do?
That's one of the great things I've got to do in my life. Yeah, is those big trips. I love it. I love being out in the middle of nowhere, and you just get such a great sense of people and how helpful and nice people are all around the world. Especially when you're on a bike. I don't know. You're vulnerable to the elements, and when we rode across Kazakhstan and Mongolia, and in those nomadic countries, like Mongolia is still a nomadic country, and people were just kind to us. Like they travel around on horseback, and we were on our motorcycles, and I don't know, there was a sort of kinship there, which was nice. I love it. I do love it. Yeah.
And did people go, hey, it's you from Star Wars, or, the Train Spotting or something like that?
Not really. A guy in Russia saw me and he went, you're actor. And I went, yeah. And he went, oh, what did he use? He didn't use the word porno, but he used the word like, a very polite way of saying porno. I can't remember what it was. Adult movies. I can't remember what he said. It was very charming the way he phrased it, but I was like, no. He might have seen some of my earlier work. I don't know.
Ewan McGregor is with us. His new show is called Halston. We'll be right back.
You have lots of options. Hold on.
No.
Okay.
No.
Halston, you didn't even look at that one.
Gotta play ball here, Halston.
No. 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 No.
Halston, can I have a word?
No.
That is Ewan McGregor in the new Netflix limited series, Halston. You're playing Roy Halston, the fashion designer. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know there was a Roy Halston. I knew of Halston, and that's it. That's the only thing I knew.
It's amazing. I didn't know anything about him either, and he's the most incredibly famous person in his day. He was the first fashion designer to put his name to collections of not only clothing but luggage and rugs and he was a label, like in a way that no people are today, but they weren't then.
Yeah, like Donald Trump, kind of, in a way.
He wasn't like Donald Trump in any way, thank goodness.
It seems like it would be a lot of fun to play a character like that.
Oh, my goodness. He was so much fun to play. I really enjoyed learning about him and sort of fell in love with him. And it was fun to play. He was he had extremes and he was complicated. So those are always the characters that are most fun to play as an actor. But I really fell for him. Did
you know much about the making clothing and just like the process of fashion before this?
No, I became obsessed by clothes while I was doing it. Like, before we started shooting, as I was shooting, I was always looking to see how clothing was made, like on people's bodies. I was like, how does that seam work? And I started trying to do it myself. I got a sewing machine and a mannequin, and I would drape at home. And I made a pair.
Wow.
I made a pair of pants. I made some kind of. I went for a sort of Japanese baggy short pantaloon.
Really?
I made for myself, and I did. I was just standing with a pair of trousers trying to figure it out, and I was looking at pockets, and a pocket's quite complicated. I don't know if you've ever looked at your own pockets.
Well, yeah.
But if you turn your pants inside out and look at your pocket, very complicated to make a pocket. So I made one. I just went, I think this is how it's done. And I turned them back the right way around, and I had a pocket. I was like, that's a pocket. I didn't know I could do that. So I turned them back inside out again. I made the other side, flopped them back round, and the other pocket was on the outside. I'd done them. I had one inside and one out.
Hey,
But I think it could be my signature. It could be my signature
totally.
thing, no?
You invented something. All right? You don't want to do
look
things
good.
everyone else
So
does.
itchy. They were so itchy, the pants, and I just chose the wrong. They're very Scottish pants.
I think you have something there. Ewan McGregor's itchy pocket pants, you know? Well, thank you for being with us. I can't wait to see the whole thing. Halston premieres on Friday on Netflix. And, of course, you're our only hope. You know that. Ewan McGregor, everybody. We'll be back with George Wallace. Thanks for watching. Remember, every time you click the subscribe button, one of your enemies gets destroyed.